Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 180 of Blade Talk. If my math serves me correctly, if months were 30 days long, that would be 6 months. But in reality, we've got 2.5 more days till we're actually at 6 months. Hope you all are doing well this Tuesday morning. Mr. Ed, thank you for being here bright and early. I appreciate that. Michael, I'm not really in overdrive, but I did do a long good morning. I'm in a decent mood. It was a longer good morning than most of them. But it is a 6-month occasion, so I thought I would drag that out. Good morning, Mr. Nick. Hope y'all are doing well this morning. I myself am doing good. I don't know what that was. Why did that come up? I guess... Well, that's weird. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. That's why. So yes, let's go over what I carried last night. So in my front pocket, I carried my Les George VECP again. And yeah, or at least half the night. And in my back pocket, my Factor Iconic, which is another cool little titanium knife. I want to find the large one eventually. Super comfortable little knife. I don't know if y'all have seen that knife before, but it's a cool little inexpensive titanium knife. I actually need to adjust something. I don't know what's going on with the colors here. I don't know why it's kind of... Stuff is kind of acting weird this morning. Alright. There we go. It looks a little better. Well, actually my hands are all hazy now. See if I can get that fixed. Oh, see-through. Okay, that's too much. About right there looks pretty good. And maybe about right there. Alright. So. Yeah, we missed you yesterday, Ed. Last couple of days we've done some collections and thought you would appreciate the Tucson video. I even mentioned that you might go back and watch it later. That you were probably tired from work. But anyway, I think today I'm going to forego the green screen and go back to old tried and true mats for today. Just because I feel like it. We're 6 months in. I'm allowed to do that. So, let me put these over here to the side. Good morning, Waylon. I did want to mention a couple of things. I left out a Kaiser out of my collection yesterday. And that was the Gamer Edition Cormorant. So I bought one of these when they were on sale at a super low price, and I liked my titanium one so much that I thought I would grab one of these just to have. So I do have another Kaiser that I didn't show yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't send Ed my actual copy of the TS-196 Sabertooth. I swear I've got one of those somewhere. I think the box might have fallen under this couch at some point, or under this desk, this thing I've got over here, chest of drawers that I've got some knives on top of. But I'm quite sure I've still got one of those, because I remember picking the one I wanted to send him and putting mine to the side, but yet I can't find it. So I don't know what happened to that. Good morning, TC. But I do have two more Tucsons that I didn't show the other day. I've got the green copy of this one that we anodized on stream one day that I still haven't gotten rid of. It is the, I forget the number on it every time, the TS 430 with the super cool high voltage green color. So we got to add that one to my Tucson count. I don't need it back, Ed. I've got one somewhere, I swear. So that is an extra one that I've got. I do have just a plain titanium one. This one is for sale. Good morning, Ron Crow. I'm going to sell this one. So if one of y'all want a green TS 430, let me know. I will hook you up on it. And then another one that I have a duplicate of is that one. The TS something or other. In the Titans colors. I call it the Titans colors, but it is what it is. It's that pattern. Nebula, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so that's two more Tucsons. Actually, three more if I can find my TS 196. And let's see. So yesterday, I acquired 4 more Kaisers. So I got to count those. And let's see, where do we start with those? We will start with the 2 that I got that I already had, because I got a good deal on them. They came in this little Kaiser, nice little cool padded bag. And that is a frame lock titanium sheepdog. This is for sale. I will give somebody a heck of a deal on it if they want it. This one is for sale. And then I got another version of the bag lighter. And I was going to sell this one, but then I realized that it is the Tanto and I've got the drop point. So I'm probably going to keep it. They are both in basically brand new condition. No snails, no use on the blades, no scratches. So there's 2 of the knives I received yesterday. They were actually duplicates, kind of. Yeah, I don't need it that bad. Then next, I have this one, which is one of the 3 integrals that I got in the mailbox yesterday. And this is a super cool knife. I didn't think I would like it as much, nearly as much as I do. But this is the Kaiser Brat. And this is an integral G10 knife. I can't call it the first one I got because I got 2 of them on the same day. But this one is a lot bigger than I assumed it would be. Lockup is great on it, and the action on it is superb. So I'm really happy with it. So that is another integral to add to the list. And it turned out to be a super cool little knife. Yeah, it's the Brat. Azo, their lead designer, 154 CM blade steel. Integral. There's that little frame that I told you is mounted in there with those 2 screws. That screw and that screw hold in that little frame, and that's where the button mechanism lives. So anyway, this is the 3rd new Kaiser that I got yesterday. And then, let's see, one more. And the other one I was really excited about getting too, and I've got mixed emotions about it. But it is in one of their new boxes. Let me change this light color a little bit to more yellow. It's not getting a good. All right. Action for you. This is the Drop Bear 2. And I kind of wish they wouldn't have made it smaller than the Drop Bear 1. But I guess I kind of understand they've got to change it a little bit. I'm going to do an unboxing video of this one because I haven't really opened it. It came with extra Omega springs and screws and a sticker in the cloth. I guess I can open it up even though I'm going to do an unboxing later. I haven't even looked at it, honestly. I was going to save it for the unboxing, but it is a smaller knife. Alright. Feels buttery smooth. Wow. Does it lock up good? Oh, yeah. Alright, pivot's a little loose. Let's tighten that up. See what that does to it. See if that changes the action any. Alright. Nope. Still buttery smooth. Wow. Yeah, Kaiser just gets the clutch lock right. I don't know, there's something about their clutch lock that just feels so buttery smooth. But this one is smaller than the other one, than the original Drop Bear. I did get the Warncliffe blade on it, which I'm not normally a fan of, but I wanted to get it in this one because it was a little smaller. Let's do a quick comparison to the original. See how much smaller it is. So here's the original, and that's not the right knife, that's the Brat. So you can see it is quite a bit substantially shorter. It is thinner too, but it is quite a bit shorter. And let's do overall blade lengths and handle lengths, different size. Try to get those lined up pretty close to the same. But you can see the size difference there. So if you've ever held a regular Drop Bear, I can get 4 fingers on it no problem behind that curve. On this one behind the curve, it's down to a 3.5 finger. If I use the front choil, I can get 4 on it. So yeah, I guess they got to change something when they make a Model 2. So I can't complain too much about that, I guess. So I will be doing the unboxing video of this after the video this morning, and after I run to the post office, which brings me to a couple of more of the knives I got. So a couple of the knives I got yesterday were knives that I got for other channel members. One of them, somebody threw in on an order of some OK knives with me because I get a little discount, and they didn't want to deal with OK, and I understand that, so I ordered them with mine. So I'm going to be sending those to that person. I don't let that person tell you if they want to. I know some people don't like talking about the clone topic. If they want to let you know whose that is, then that's their business. But I won't do it. But one of those is this knife right here, which is a Spyderco, and it is a titanium Para 3. Great looking knife. Centering is perfect on it. looks great, and it did come with an extra deep carry clip, which I thought was super cool. So I wish mine would have came with a deep carry clip because I had to buy one. But I did open it once or twice, and it works great. Drops good. It's on bearings. Yeah. So this is Waylon's. I didn't think he would care, but I just don't want to be the person to do that. So this belongs to Mr. Waylon. And synchronicity is crazy because just yesterday he was talking about buying new clips for these. And then I got it out of the mailbox on the way to work last night, and I opened it. Clones are life. I opened it on the way to work to look at it, and I noticed that it came with that extra Clones are life. There we go. I noticed that it came with the deep carry clip, so he doesn't even have to buy one for it. So yeah, synchronicity is pretty wild. He also got the aluminum Para 2, and I think it's over here. It better be. So this is the aluminum Para 2, and it also is a great knife. It is on bearings. It did not come with an extra clip. I guess the titanium ones might and the aluminum ones don't. But as you can see, it's got perfect action as well. So hopefully he will enjoy those. I will be getting those off to him once the stream is over today. There's both of those. And then another member of the channel was looking for this knife, and I found one for him and bought it off a friend. And this is the JB Stout Squirrel Master XL clone with the hard to find blade shape. They sold out pretty quickly right after they came out, and I happened to run across one for him, so I grabbed it. I already have one of these. I've got all the versions so far. But yeah, this one is great too. The thumb disc I'm not used to, but yeah, the action on this one is just buttery smooth. So anyway, got that for another one of our members. Then we go to a couple of more that I got. So I bought a, let me see. Oh, I wanted to compare the bag lighter. Make sure that I did have the, yes. So now I have the Tanto and the drop point, evidently. So I guess I'll be keeping the Tanto, or Tanto, even though I wasn't sure if I would or not. So let me put this with the other Kaisers in the keep pile. Like I said, this titanium frame lock sheepdog, give somebody a really good deal on it if they want it. I guess it will go in this box for now too with the rest of the Kaisers. This one is going to go in my integral bag because it is an integral. Oh, we got a couple. Let's get to the other G10 Integral that I received yesterday. And this is how it came. It did not come in a box, which I'm not mad about. It will be my first Wii knife that did not come in a box. But it is the Wii Ilodon. And it is a G10 knife. Super slim looking. And it has one of the most non-obtrusive front flippers I've ever seen. You can barely see it up there, but you can easily reach around the top and get a hold of it. So this one is a G10 Integral also. So both of these are new Integrals, and they're both my first G10 ones. This thing is tiny, and I cannot believe that they charged $230 for this little thing. It's pretty crazy for G10 and this size. I don't even know what kind of blade steel it has. Does it say on there? I don't think so. Let's see, does it say on this side? No. Yeah, but this is just a super little thin, tiny clip. Everything about it is just small. And you can, if I can get my hand out of the way, you can front flip it that way. It's got great action. I got to get used to front flipping it that way. But it's really easy to just reach up here and grab that. So that's a cool one I got. So that's 2 more integrals. And then the third integral I got it because I wanted to see how it compared to the clone of it that I already have. Because I've heard by lots of people that the clone is better than the real thing. And I will address that momentarily. Let me, I thought I needed to get in that case, and I do in a minute maybe, but let me grab the clone so I can compare them. Where is my integral bag? It's over here somewhere. Maybe. Aha. I think it's up here. Yes, here it is. All right. So, the one that I got that I already had the clone of is this one right here. So this is the clone. This is the Greenthorn Annex, and y'all all have seen this knife before. I did have to do a little work on this one because the detent was too light on it, and I've got it tuned pretty much just like I like it. And it is a great knife. So I wanted to see how it compared to the real thing. So I found a heck of a deal on a real one, and I actually paid less for the real one than I did the clone. So this is manufactured by Reich Knives. It came with all the little doohickeys and pivot tool and scale screw tool and the plastic. And it is the carbon fiber version, but it has some really nice carbon fiber. I don't know if y'all can see that design changing, but really cool carbon fiber. Whoops. So immediately you can see, well, you can't see yet, but I will show you momentarily. But you can see that this one is a true integral because the lock bar is included in the frame. And on this one, it was manufactured in a way that it is a separate piece and it screws on right there. And it's because this one was modeled after the custom version, I believe. Now, don't get me wrong, I could be wrong about this. But I think this one was modeled after the $1,000 custom instead of the Reich Microte version. So they're not, I'm not doing an exact comparison here. Because as you can see, this one has the over travel stop also, and it has the lock bar relief. So there are some subtle differences. The screws and pivots have a different pattern. So these take a different tool than these. but for the most part, they are very, very similar. And I will have to say that out of the box, this one has better detent and better action, except that there's something going on with it when you close it. So I thought it was the detent ball rubbing against the blade. So I added some oil, but it clicks. So it has, when you move the blade, you can feel it going da, 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 da. It's the bearings. So the bearings in this one, there's something going on with the bearings. Either one of them is missing, or they're going out and they're not rolling correctly. But it makes a little, you can feel a little, I don't even know, you can't hear a noise. Trent Costello. Oh, so you don't like folding knives? Okay. All right then. So I guess fixed blades are the only real knives in the world. Folding knives are just for third graders. I get it. So anyway, there's something wrong with these bearings. So I ordered a set of skiffs for this last night, and they are on the way. So hopefully that will make it even better. But right out the box, it feels better. The detent feels better, and the action feels a little better than the clone, which I'm not surprised by. But given the price I paid for it, yeah. So I will try that. I haven't taken it apart yet at all to check out what's going on, but I thought I would order skiffs for it anyway, because it can't hurt to put skiffs in here. I mean, Trent Costello can be an idiot if he wants to, Ed. He's trying to act like folding knives are for third graders, and that just kind of shows his mentality. But yeah, I like it so far. Have to see how it does with skiffs in it. Might even like it even better. So that is the third new integral I got yesterday. So it will go back, it will go in the integral bag. And then last but not least, I've got two more. Let me put these three integrals in the integral bag, or these four integrals. All right, let's see. This one was right here. I will put it back right there. So I believe this makes 17 integrals now. I'll put that one there. I'll put this one over here beside it at an angle. That'll be 15, 16, and 17. I've only got room for two more in the spacing that I've got in this bag, so I've got them alternated where when they close they won't hit. But there's a little collection shot of my integrals so far. Yeah, there are plenty of weird people on Reddit, so I wouldn't doubt that. Good morning, Knives Are Live. Going to the beach? Man, that sounds awesome. I would love to go to the beach today. So we got the 5.2 Suns, the Heretic, the Dan Carrera 904, the Kubi Eclipse, the Liang, not Ling, Liang Ma, L1, that stands for Lanny 1, the Anthem, the knife I can't remember that I bought from Joseph Vero. I have no clue. I don't remember what the name of this one is to save my life right now. I only got it a few weeks ago and I've already forgotten it. It is a cool knife, but I can't remember right now what the name of it is. This is my Wee Solid, my GT Loxa, my GT Annex, my Microte Annex, my Kaiser Brat, and my Wee Islandon. So that is the Integral bag for now. Now, I need to find another bag to compare these last two knives I got yesterday with the other two that I have that are like them. So, oh, somebody that sent me a knife yesterday sent me one of these in the box. And it's a Bumper X everything pad. And I guess it's like one of those little wrist pads or whatever kind of little rubber pads you need when you need a rubber pad for something. But it's called Bumper X. It's like a tiny little, I don't know, it says everything pad. So, you know, it is what it is, but he threw that in for free. So I think that came with it might have came with the Wii. I'm not sure who sent that. Give me just a second. I gotta find that bag with the ones I want to compare here. All right, not in that one. Not in that one. Not in that one. Oh, not in those two. Where is it? Huh. Okay, here it is. I found it. All right. So, the last two knives I got. Yeah, Tube Surfer. I've almost gotten that Ator a lot of times, and I will have one soon. I just haven't found one at a price that I like. Yeah, I will get one. I've almost grabbed one on a Knife Swap a few times. So, the knife that I'm comparing today is going to be compared with these. That's the SMKE version. And these are the two Jufull versions. So I wanted to get those out just to do a comparison, because I think I like the new ones I got better. So I've also got the two Jufull Ducklings. But these are the Jufull versions of the Duck, and they are frame locks. And this one has some of the best action, smoothest action of any knife I own. You can see it just buttery drop shut. You just get it past that lock bar and the blade just closes. Perfect. Pretty much the same as this one. This one has a little, you gotta shake it just a little bit to get it to close, but it's still really, really good. And then the SMKE version is the same way, but just it's a little bit different. It's got the little finger groove. The blade grind is a little different on it. It's an older clone. So here are those three. Let's see. There's those three. And then the two new ones I got yesterday are these two. So, this is the Lemifshi versions. This is the stone-washed one with the holes in it. And they feel great. And the action on these is drop shut. I mean, guillotine. Just as good as the Jufull versions, but they are a little different. So the blade grind on the, I don't know if you can see that, But the blade grind on the Lemifshis are closer to the scales. There's less material right in there. Where the, let's see if we can find any. I haven't compared these yet, so I'm kind of trying to figure out any other things that are different. Looks like the clip is longer on the Lemifshi by a little bit. The pivot collars are different. This is an older model duck, and these are how the new ones look on the duck. Let's see. So the lock bar is squared off on the Jufull, and it looks like it's rounded with the new pivot. So that's different. I like the lock bar on the Lemifshi better. Good morning, Mr. Paul. Mr. Keep It Scale Stupid. So that's a quick comparison of those two. And then the last one is the new super cool radial sunburst, I don't know, kind of milling sun ray. I don't know what this pattern is called, but the milling on it is super cool. I didn't check out the back spacers. So it looks like the back spacer on the Lemifshi is also longer, and overall the knife looks thicker. The clip looks better and thicker. And the way the clip sits on the knife is way different. I don't know if you can see that, but the clip looks way better. I like the longer and thicker back spacer on the Lemifshi. But yeah, the action on this thing is superb. Anyway, this is the, I don't know what this pattern is called, but beautiful knife and super cool, and the action on it is just the same, like buttery smooth. Just got a little bit of shake and it closes. So I do have I got I only got two of these, each of these. I wanted the milled one and the regular one in both of them, so I did that, and I bought both of the M390 versions. I believe this is M390, right? I don't remember now that I said that. I think those are both M390. But I bought one of the Lemifshi versions of the Duckling, and it is still on the way. So I will do a comparison on the Ducklings when they get here. But the main difference between them, I think, is if I'm not mistaken, the Lemifshi version is a frame lock instead of a liner lock. And I will prefer that, but this is a beautiful knife. And now that I'm thinking about it, it might not be an M390, but maybe it is. I can't remember. I buy too many knives. But yeah, so that is my duck collection as it stands. To go along with my Cortex XL clone collection. So they've really been kicking out some knives as of late. Been some real bangers coming out. Yeah, it's DUK, so it's not like DUCK. And Duke, but I don't think it's Duke because Dukeling doesn't make sense. Why would you add a Ling on Duke if it wasn't duck? So I don't know if it's Duke or duck. But the DUK is a lot better than if it was literally called the duck. Oh, which reminds me, somebody posted they just found that that new Hamster. You remember that knife that we looked at? It was called the Hamster. Who makes it? Somebody. Y'all will let me know before I even get there, probably. But let me go show you. So somebody made a joke, just like I did, that said, oh, by the way, my shortcut clone is out for delivery today, so we'll get to see it tomorrow. So that knife, my clone of the shortcut, will be delivered today. Wow, there's a snafu. So that's pretty funny. So that's the same one that Sever 7 has been wanting to find one of. But beautiful knife. Thank you, Mr. Knives Are Live. Yeah. So somebody made a post about the Hamster. I just thought it was funny. But it said Richard Gere has entered the chat. There's my post about my 10 new knives yesterday. And where is that post? Oh, look, somebody has almost the exact same models that I got. That's the guy that I'm not. We won't get into that, but. And there's that same knife that I worked on Sever 7 for, which is pretty cool. But that stupid. There it is. Yeah, it's Kubi. It's KB. But there's that Hamster knife. Looks pretty wild. No idea why it's called the Hamster, though. I mean, I bet Mr. Ed likes that knife. That's a thick, big boy. Like he likes. I kind of like it too. Like, I don't hate it. I just hate the name of it. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's pretty wild. Oh, that reminds me. There's a Remmet knife that came out on July, not long ago, that is sold out, that I want to get, and I wondered if any of y'all have paid attention to it. And it is, well, first of all, I've got to get a two-face because I love that knife. So I've got to have one of those. And then I can't remember. I think it's KB Knives who makes the other one I was thinking about. Yes. So it was right there on the front screen, but it's sold out pretty much instantly. And it is the sudden. So, has anybody else thought about the fact that they want that knife? I love the way it looks. Like, that is a super cool looking knife. I love the front flipper on it when it's closed. I love how the flipper tab has that little cutout recess on the back, like I was talking about, where it doesn't show when it's open. I like how the blade window lines up when it's closed with the scales. I like the shape of the blade and the back of the blade. I love just about everything about that knife. And it came out, I believe, on July 4th, like, or around that time, and it sold out rather quickly. Like, all 3 models are sold out. And of course, they don't sell it on sites like White Mountain Knives because they sold out so quickly here. But I love the look of that knife. And they do have it in 3 different models. So if you like the black, or you like the tiger stripe, flame titanium. But I love the looks of that knife. I don't like the price of that knife, but I do love the looks of that knife. And then that Remmet, that Remmet is super nice too, the two-face. And that's the one where you can take the flipper tab off and put it around and make it a front flipper. So, let's see if they show that in a video. I doubt they actually have a video of it. I think Melissa Backwoods posted a video of it. Two-face. Well, that's not it. Where's her YouTube channel? Alright, shorts. She had a short about it, I believe. Yeah. Here we go. Hold on. Let me turn the volume on where y'all can hear her talk about it. So, yeah. John, no, but our buddy Bob does. So, I'm sure he doesn't mind if you use it. So, yes, we do have a code for KB Knives. So let's add this Agera to the cart, which looks like a pretty cool knife too. KB's been doing their thing too. Alright. Let me make sure that it doesn't have me logged in or anything. Give me just a second. Alright, it doesn't have me logged in. So if you use the code BOBDEAL, Bob Deal, it'll take off 20%. So it drops it from 240 down to 192. And that is courtesy of our buddy Knives Are Life. So yeah, so if I would have found that KB in time, the sudden, before it sold out, I could have got a good deal on it. I could have gotten it for $328 minus $32.80 plus $32.80, $65.60. So $328 minus $65.60, $262. So it would have brought it down from $328 to $262. Yeah, Bob has his own personalized code for KB, so you know he's bought some knives from them. So right after I bought the Pioneer, I kind of quit looking at KB, and that came out like the next week probably. And then the Taurus came out. And because I got the Bluff and the Pioneer, so the Taurus came out, and then they came out with a stroller, and then a couple of new versions of the Vagrant and the Coeus. The Protocol looks like a cool little knife too, for you like people that like that blade shape. So does the Socius. Then they came out with the Folklore. Is that a Integral? No. What is the Prism? Whoa. Whoa, what is that little thing? That's one of the skinniest, tiniest knives I've seen. Wow. It's a button lock too. That thing's wild looking. I have not seen that knife, for sure. No, I haven't gotten any since the Pioneer. I haven't gotten the Taurus yet, or the Socius. I don't like the shape of the Taurus. I don't like how that's got that curve in it. I do like the blade shape a lot, but I wish it didn't have that spina bifida, or whatever. I'm not laughing at that condition. I'm just laughing at me calling it that. Pyramid, kind of like the looks of it, but it's too skinny. The Taurus looks okay. I just wish it didn't have that much of that curve. The darker one almost looks better than the lighter one. I like the Agera. See, it's got the straighter back on it. It doesn't curve like a banana. But it's got that reverse ramp, which I don't like. I don't like blades that have like the reverse harpoon thing going on, so that kind of ruins that one for me. I've got one of these, but I've got a different version. I don't know. I guess they re-released. I've got the Vagrant too. I guess they came out with new milling patterns. But yeah, that's sudden, man. I wish I would have got in on that. Now I've got an alert set up for Reddit, of course. All right, Ed, we'll see you next time. Have a good day, sir. So, right before the stream started, I hopped on my laser, and I don't know if y'all remember that I told y'all I bought a pack of these 50 little business cards to practice on. So they're metal, but they're super thin. Like they feel almost like plastic because they're so thin. But they'll make good little practice things. So I did that this morning, and I've learned that I've got to get a better set of tooling to line up stuff on my laser bed. But I made a business card this morning. It's not perfectly straight, nor is it perfectly centered, and that's why I said I need to get some more tooling. But I did make my first little copy of a metallic business card with the laser when I got home from work this morning. It only took about 5 minutes to make this. And it turned out okay. Like, I'm happy with the quality of the text and how clear it all looks. I'm going to do another one when I get off here. And I'm going to do another side. I might put a picture of Professor Hackett and Nedge on the other side. And they'll just be cool to hand out with my stickers. I wanted something with my YouTube address on it that I could give out to people, instead of them just having to look up the Blade Alchemy thing. But yeah, so that was a fun little project I did this morning. And I just had to line it up by hand, kind of watch the laser where it shows you the outline of where it's about to. Oh, you want a card, Waylon? When I send it, yeah, in your box. Yeah, I'll send you one, and I'll send the other person one that got the Squirrel Master. Sorry, I was thinking. Can't think and talk. So I don't think it looks too bad for my first attempt. Are any of y'all smokers? And if so, do any of y'all use these electronic lighters? I use these all the time. And I just like the fact that you can recharge them and you don't have to keep buying a Bic. But as you can see, I've had this one a while. And it works great. I've got like a bunch of these. I've got some cool ones too. I've got this one I've used even longer than that other one. This one is another one that does the same little thing. And then I've got a clear one somewhere and a red one. I don't know, I've got a bunch of them. Here's the red one. Well, the red one has a little clasp. Yeah, I need to switch to vapes. But the stuff in vapes nowadays is just as bad. I need to just quit completely. Yeah, you can't trust what's in those vapes today, for sure. I used to make my own cartridges, so I know. And this is the one I've been using. It's a clear one with a digital readout, and it works good too. Got the little circuit board on it. And then I found one that has a flashlight, and it's camo. So it's got a flashlight built into this end. And then it's got a compass in the top, and it has the electronic lighter up here. So that one was pretty cool. Grabbed it from AliExpress, I think. But I just wondered if anybody had any of those electronic lighters, if I was the only one. I'll tell you something else that's super cool. While we're just talking little gadgets, is if you ever do any carpentry work, they make these new little, dang it, I know it's over here somewhere. They make these new little pencils, marking pencils, for marking stuff. I swear it's over here, I just saw it. Well, now I can't find it. But they make these little marking pencils that take these leads, and they make different color leads for marking on wood and stuff. Dang it, what did I do with that stupid thing? It's over here somewhere, it's gotta be. Give me just a second. I know this is total boring stuff, but this is cool gadgets. Oh my gosh. These little clip light, rechargeable clip lights are cool too. If you don't have one of those, I just happened to hit it and it turned on. But these little rechargeable clip lights, LEDs, are cool too. Welcome back, Mr. TC. But those little pencil things, yeah, I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna give up. They take these leads and they work really good. That's all I'll say. And I don't know where it is. These are cool too, the little magnetic work lights that you can stick on stuff magnetically, like your car. This is a cheap one too. I don't know where it came from. But let me show you those real quick, just so you know what I'm talking about. Those little whatever they're called. Yeah, tracing pencils, scribing pencils, pencil for woodworking. Yeah, here they are. So yeah, here's what I was trying to find. So they're just these little marking pencils, but they come with different colors, leads, and they're super convenient and they work great. And the end of the thing down here has a sharpener in it, so you pull the cap off and that's how you sharpen the pencil lead, and then it just comes out the end. But they're marking pencils for doing crafts and stuff. And the old school ones are good, but you can get these down in places that you can't get the big pencil, because you can make the lead like 3 inches long sticking out the end of it. Yeah, and they work great. So if you don't have one of those, grab one of those. What's the Redeemer? Keep it scale, stupid. Thank you, Mr. Warbeast. What is the Redeemer? Let's go look at the... Is it in the links channel on the Discord? Why don't I know what the... Why can't I think what the Redeemer is? It's got to have a different name. Oh, I ran across this last night too. This is possibly a Tough Knives breaker clone for like 26 bucks. This is an introductory price. And it's in aluminum, I believe. Yeah, aluminum. But this is like a 26 bucks. Yeah, Tough Knives So it's a clone of the Tough Knives breaker, thumb stud, custom. So this knife right here, $1,895. That's the real one. And then there's the $26 version. But what is the Redeemer? Keep it scale stupid. I'm going back to the Discord to see if I can find it. Let me do a search. I didn't spell it right. Well, I don't know. Why am I not finding it? Help me out here, keep it scale stupid. Why aren't you answering me? Keep it scale stupid. What is the Redeemer? And where did you find it for $51? Is it in the links channel? Let's start there. Are you talking about the relative? Why did I just type the word relative? Maybe you're talking about the relative clone. And if you are, ow, ow, ow. While we're looking at that, let's see. Mr. Ed posted a cool picture last night of his pocket check and his cool Edyards. So that's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, Death Blossom posted his Integral Tucson he got, or he's had. I don't know if he got it or he's had it, but that's one of the models I'm missing that I need to get. TC posted his Poi Kilo Rhino again. Yeah, he posted it up here another day, I remember. Yeah, right here. Posted that again. Nick is probably carrying his Evo again today. Yeah, I'm not sure which knife. Oh, yeah, I guess I said that the shortcut will be delivered today. But I think you might be talking about the relative. And if you found one for $51, I would like to know where. Although someone, oh yeah. So there are full steel versions of the Nimble clone. Golly, I can't talk this morning. So the Nimble clone, they released some real cheap, inexpensive versions with the frag pattern and everything of the stainless steel steel versions of it, they're right here. So they're 34 is really quick. But those are great little nimble clones if you can deal with it being steel. Uh-oh. I'm losing connection. I don't know what happened. We crapped out for a second. So I believe there's a link. Actually, I didn't look at the link of this. 6243 folding pocket knife. 6243 folding pocket knife. There they are. So those are cool versions of, inexpensive versions of the nimble. Whoops. And that actually looks like the relative. Sorry. That's inexpensive versions of the relative. Because those are way too big to be the nimble. It's in Ollie. It says Redeemer. It's a Protect or Microte clones. Oh, Protect. Okay. So it's an out the front knife. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to, if you could post a link, that would be awesome. Yeah, TC. But I think, yeah, it could be a small Chinese person's hand. You're totally right. But let's see what the length is. 20 centimeters. Hey Google, what's 20 centimeters in inches?
20 centimeters is 7.874 inches.
So it might be the nimble. 7.87. Yeah, you can't watch those hand models when it comes to Chinese people because they're tiny. 7.87. How big is the nimble? Oh my gosh. Nimble is... It doesn't say. 7.87. Let's see. It's only 7 inches long, so it's got to be the relative. So the relative is 7.9. So yeah, 7.87. So it is the relative. Because the nimble's only 7 inches long. And it shows that it is 20 centimeters. So it is the relative. And that ruler, I think rulers are the same in China. Maybe. They might have smaller rulers too. No, I think the ruler's right. So it's the relative. So $34 relative clone's not bad. but it is stainless steel, so that sucks. But I did post a link to the one I bought that I love. I guess it's, I don't know what I did with it. Must have put it in. Oh yeah, I put it with the other ones. But this is the good M390 blade one. And they have all the different versions with the DLC. And like I said the other day on my video, I thought the first one I bought was a relative, but evidently it's just a big nimble. Because the cutout doesn't look the same, but Becketon has the ones right here. So you can see the this is the one I got. I got this version right there, and it's as big as the relative, but the cutout right here and the way the handle looks is like an oversized nimble, so it's like a hybrid. But this one has M390 blade too. I've got one of those whiskers, Michael. Whoops, wrong button. Yeah. I've got one of those Protect whiskers. Yeah. No, it's not a Nimble X either, the one I've got. I wish it was a Nimble X. Where are my OTFs? Here they are. So here's the whiskers. Right here. Yeah, I wish it was a Nimble X, John. Yeah, here's the whiskers. Super cool knife. You hand it to people and they can't figure it out for nothing. So keep it scale stupid. You probably never seen this one. Call this one like the magic knife or something. They got weird names for it. But it's the PR2 whiskers. But the way there's no way to open this. So if I handed it to you, you probably wouldn't be able to open it. That's nothing against you, but the blade is locked in there. And there's no flipper tabs. There's no nothing. There's no buttons. You can't press anything. You can't. The only hint you would get is this line right here. But the way you open this knife is you put it in your palm and you slide the top part of the scale right there where that line is. You slide the top part that way while holding the other part to keep it from moving. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but so that part slides over. Can you see that? It doesn't slide much. The backspacer goes with it, but that part slides over. There you go. And so that's how you open and close it. So it's an automatic. And you put it in your palm. And you just squeeze it and it opens. And you got to squeeze it again to close it. Yeah. Yeah, John. It's a clone. It's from OK Knives. It's basically the same one that you just posted. So we'll take a look at that link that you posted, but it'll be the same one. Yep. So that's it. That's actually the OK Knives store on AliExpress. Yeah, that's the OK Knives store. Same exact one. And I don't know why I bought the black blade one when I didn't have to. Back when I first started, keep it scale stupid. There is another one. There's some. What is it? Tuck knives. (1931) Leatherworks, Nimble X clone. You said Nimble XL. I'm guessing you didn't mean Nimble XL. So, let's see. Could be, that's for sure. I can't even spell it right. They don't have it on Blade HQ, and they won't have the link on the main website. So let's see if this has it listed. Nope, don't have the overall length. They won't have it on here either. They'll just have the handle length and the blade length. It says 8.2. So pretty sure. Hey Google, what's 82 centimeters in inches?
82 centimeters
Stop.
is equal to...
Hey Google, what's 8.2 inches in centimeters?
8.2 inches is 20.828 centimeters.
20.828. So it could be. It definitely could be, because that ruler, it looks like it's over the 20 mark. So it could be. You could be exactly right. It could be a Nimble X. Not a Nimble XL. Yeah, tuck. Not. That's what I was about to say. Keep it scale stupid. What is that one knife? I can't even think how to spell it now. TUCH. The Tuck Knives Click is kind of that way. So here, I'll show you. Can't type this morning. So the cool thing about this knife is you can do it both. You can flick it open, or you can do it as an automatic. I'm going to turn off this volume for a second, but it's a little bitty knife. Touch knives, yeah, not tuck. I don't know why I said tuck. I knew it was touch. I was thinking of tough knives earlier. I was talking about touch. I just wish that knife was bigger. Yeah, what an awesome knife, man. It's cool how once you open it auto, it's got this the tension to you have to close it using your hand, your other hand. But if you flick it open, and yeah, when you close it, when it's manual opened, it doesn't have that tension. You can make it drop shut. Yeah, that's an awesome mechanism. You did mean the Nimble XL? Oh, you were calling it. Okay, now I get you. Sorry. I thought you. So there's not a Nimble XL. You're saying that's what they made. I got you. I was totally spaced out for a minute. Yeah, the one I've got is a Nimble XL for sure. And let me show y'all that one more time just to show you the comparison between the relative, because I could have sworn it was a relative, and it was kind of announced that way, like, hey, here's a relative clone, go buy it. It's got real M390 blades still, which is true, but the part about it being a relative clone is not true. So here's the Nimble in M390. And as you can see, it's got that corner cut out, and this part is kind of big, but it's got a big finger choil, so you can get your finger up in there, and it's a very comfortable knife and great knife. Like the Nimble is a great knife, and it's a smaller knife, but it's great for big hands because of that finger choil. So this is actually the Nimble T, which means Tonto or Tanto. But this is a M390 clone of the Nimble T, made by Beckerton. All right, so that's the first one. Now next, you've got the one that I bought that I thought was a relative, and it's real M390. But it's got the drop point blade with the fuller and all that, but it's got the same cutout as the Nimble, and it's got the same big hump here as the Nimble. So as you can see, it's just a bigger version of the Nimble. So it is a Nimble XL, just like he said. It's got the same little cutout for the flipper tab and the same little rounded part here, but it's just a bigger version. Drop point, and it is real M390, and it came from Beckerton also. So it's the Nimble XL. And then recently, last week, I got a copy of the relative, and it's got a clip point, and it has a different, you can see the area by the pivot on the relative is a lot smaller, and the finger choil goes into the yeah, it's a Nimble XL. I don't know if it's a Nimble X, because it came out long before the Nimble X was even released. But could be. I'm not going to argue with you because I don't know. I just think they made a knife the size of the relative, but it looks like the Nimble, because it came out long before the Nimble X, and it's even longer than the relative is, by just a little bit. But this one on the actual relative clone, the finger choil on it is a lot more comfortable. You can't on this one, it's all bunched up and it's small, and you have to put your finger kind of sideways on the front of that. And this one is a lot better, but this one is real M390 also, and I found it cheaper from another store other than Beckett's store, but it's the same knife. But I think it was like $10 cheaper. But yeah, awesome knives. And just like I said, I love that corner cutout when they do that with the flipper tabs, because it makes it where I love knives that do that, because it makes it where when it's open, it lines up perfectly with that side and doesn't stick out and ruin the lines of the knives. So this is the only exception that I don't delete flipper tabs because of them being ugly, because they don't stick out and ruin the lines of the knife when it's open. So yeah, there's quite a few knives that do that now. I don't think EMP EDC was the first one to do it, but they seem to do it with most all their knives. And the front flippers work great on them too, because of how far they stick out. Same with the nimble. Same with the relative. And the jimping's great on all of them too. But I don't know. They go crazy over there in China, and they make hybrid versions of knives. I'm going to bead blast my copy of the one we looked at earlier, the this one, the Hokkaido, the Barker Hokkaido. I've got that fish scale version, and I've got this nice one. So this was made by a different maker, and I don't know where my fish scale version one is. Oh, here it is. So that's the good maker, and this is the other maker that they're coming back out with now. I'm gonna bead blast this blade and the scales and the clip and everything about it, and then I'm gonna mirror polish the blade on it, and then I'm gonna sell it on Reddit, because people are buying these knives for $150 on AliExpress, and I'm gonna anodize this one purple after I bead blast it and mirror polish the blade on it and make some money on it. The second from the left is the SMKE duck, and it's got a super cool I don't know if you can tell, but that curves in, so it feels so good on your hand, like your thumb when you're holding it. But that's the SMKE version, and it was like $130 when it came out too. It was more expensive than these were. Yeah, so you can see that Hokkaido, the one everybody's buying now that they started selling. So there's a store on DHgate. There was a bunch of knives that people had stock of, but their store got shut down on DHgate. So they kind of went onto shelves for a while, and somebody had a bunch of them, and the Hokkaido was one of them. And there's a store now that just started releasing them again, and I guarantee you he got the stock from the DHgate guy and started selling them again. but people are buying them, and it's HOKAKKAIDO. 2 Ks, maybe not. Well, I know how we can find it because I just showed one on the Chinese Knives post. Somebody just right here. Chung Cow Barker. Yeah, okay, Barker. So it's a Barker clone. And this store right here started selling them again. But as you can see, so hold on. Yes, the Daxi store. So they've actually started selling some of those older model knives. They've actually released a few. But here's another version of the Hokkaidos, and they've got the ones that have the letters on them. They've also got the Rogue Shark that Pete asked me about a couple of videos back. They're reselling. So this knife has been out of stock for a long time. Right here, the Rogue Shark. And they're selling it again. And it's that big giant one that I have, that I showed. It's the blue one. It's this one right here. It's this big giant thing. So this is the Skyke Rogue Shark. And I've shown y'all that before. This is the old good version that Hilberg did, I think, or somebody did. But I meant to show y'all, this is the cheaper Hokkaido clones, and as you can see, it's a lot shorter than the real thing. So this is not the real thing, but this is a real good copy of it. And there's lots of differences in the two. The clip, the lock bar with the insert. This one doesn't have the insert. The milling on it up here by the pivot. This one doesn't have that. Overall length of the blade. This one looks short and stubby. This one doesn't. The harpoon with the swedge. This swedge is all messed up. So this is just a prime example of companies that make different clones where one of them's better than the other one. Same thing with this one. So this is the big Rogue Shark, and then the new ones are these. And they have a bunch of different models. They don't have the plain version like I've got. They all have some kind of patterning on them. And they got the either the letters or the pattern or both. And the blade shapes are a little different. I don't know if y'all noticed, but mine has the compound grind on the end here. So you can see it's got the compound grind. Yeah, this one's way better compared to the original. But these right here don't have that compound grind. They just have kind of weird tip on them. And if you look up the Skyke Rogue Shark, so it's Skike. Arizona Custom Knives has them. And the versions like this with the letters on them have that same blade type that they're releasing now. That's a 2.5, a newer version. But the older ones have the compound grind. I don't know if there's, I don't know if there's one on here. These are probably all the new versions. There's not many on here. They don't have the plain one. Pocket Monster. But Yeah, they don't have the older Gen 1 with the compound grind, but I prefer it. This one has a weird grind. It's got like that nightmare grind kind of deal going on. But anyway, those look short and stubby, these new ones. But they're $130, like pretty wild. And but the Daxi store is getting some of those older knives that there was clones of and re-releasing them. Oh yeah, and they did put out, yeah, they've got two different versions they're going through right now. That one and the fish scale one, like I got right here. They're both like $130. I was trying to see, they had another one. Oh yeah, these are the other ones that they've come back out with. The Quaybacks or Quayback. So these were all sitting on a shelf somewhere in a DH Gate Sellers store that got shut down, and now they're releasing them on Daxi. But if y'all ever want to go to this store, just type in Google Daxi store AliExpress and it'll pop up. And that's the mobile version. Wow. I think it's weird that you can go to the mobile version on a regular browser. Oh, they've released some of the Evil Eye sigils too, but they don't have the mirror polished one with the Damascus. But Daxi stores, who has those too? Death Blossom showed his pocket check. He got the new duck in also, it looks like. Whoops. Along with that Tucson. I showed that Tucson on stream the other day. Super cool pocket check. Thank you, Mr. Death Blossom. Well, guys, we've looked at a bunch of stuff today. I got to get the laser turned on and make one of these so I can get to the mail. Mailbox. Post office. I didn't mean the mailbox. I believe I've got that same knife, don't I, Mitchell? That Tucson. All my Tucsons are in the trunk of my car because I'm doing videos of all of them for my shorts for the next few days. So I left it in the trunk of my car because I haven't shot all the videos yet. But I did show that knife the other day on stream, didn't I? I don't remember which model it is. TS something or other. Because I remember saying it reminded me of that Integral Bowman on the stream. What is the TS number on that one? I've got to find my TS 196. It's going to drive me nuts. 279. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm going to leave that one out because I'm going to bead blast it today. I can't wait to mirror polish that blade. I'm going to take before and after pictures of this knife when I totally redo it purple and mirror polished instead of black and gold and silver. But anyway, let me get my bag to put back up my ducks. Get my ducks in a row. I've got my ducks in a row. Yeah, that Whiskers knife is a cool knife though. I hope so, TC. I'm going to try to get it that same color as I got the accelerator. What did I do with the stupid OTF bag? Oh, I pulled this one out. My automatic bag. That's all my concepts. Not all of them, but most of them. I've got those new ones I hadn't put in here yet. And there's a big boy Tonto. That thing's huge, boy. Don't mess with him. He's got some fire in him. That's a little frame lock. Well, make me pull this out on you. That's like most of y'all going at your girlfriends. Just messing with y'all. Here's another concept I gotta put with those other ones. Forgot about that one. But anyway, guys. Yeah, that would be for your 6th pocket. That's kind of too small. So this is too small. This is almost too small. That one would be a better 5th pocket knife. But this thing is too small. And then this Medford is about, it's pretty good for a 5th pocket knife. It's a little chody. And then this chopped bug out is about a perfect 5th pocket knife. But those are all just random little titanium knives I had. But yeah, that's a little too small. TC, I still want to get this to Jed, because I don't want it. And you said, I think you said you wanted it for Jed one time. Yeah, this thing, I've shown y'all before, but it is very sharp. It is very sharp. Even the front edge, both edges of this are very sharp. This will cut you bad. And I don't even try to hardly close this one one-handed, but I just did, so I guess I lie. This is the Massillon full titanium little knife. And I've got the bigger version of it too, somewhere. Good morning, folks. You didn't miss all the fun, buddy. You're here just in time. Anytime you get here is perfect time. This is that knife that I told you that some guy made that doesn't even exist. So this is a bench-made mini bug out that somebody chopped down and made a version of, and then the Chinese cloned it thinking it was a real knife. And that's a super cool little collector's item. So this case is where all these go. All my Cortex and my ducks are in a row in this case. Can't believe I'm letting those hit each other. It makes me mad. So duckling. Man, these are so nice, these two new ones. They're wider. Like, I really like the Lemifshis. They're super nice. I mean, the Jufull ones are fine too. I don't know, they're all nice. I guess I just like this knife because they're all super nice. But I don't think I'm gonna put the two new ones up yet. But this is the case they go in. I guess I could put them up for now. I can always dig them back out later. Hey, do you mind, Waylon, do you mind if I just send you this one so I don't have to make another one? Yeah, I did that, Anno. I did it live on video, actually. So it's in one of the videos. And I did the backspacer too. It's a high voltage gold, not a low voltage gold. Yeah, because it's really not off centered much. I mean, it needs to go to the left just a little bit. The gap on the right is a little wider than the left, but let me try. I'll try to spend a little time and get a picture of Professor Hackett and Nedge on the back of it before I send it. All right, guys, 6 months down almost. 3 more days and we'll have 6 months in a row. I love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. I could not have talked to myself for 6 months. I'm quite positive of that. So I do appreciate y'all more than you will ever realize. Waylon, here are your 2 knives. I've been 5 minutes late one time out of the 180 days in a row. And that was because of car trouble, not because of me. So that shows you my reliability. I have literally, I probably missed 5 days of work in the last 25 years of working in the hospitality business. So that's just kind of one of my traits is I don't miss, I'm on time and I'm reliable. So yeah, I can't believe though that we've done this for 6 months. Built some great friendships. I appreciate each and every one of you, like I said. If y'all ever need me for anything, including digging a hole, just hit me up. I'll be there for you. And anyways, I will catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great Titanium Tuesday. And we will see y'all tomorrow on Hump Day. And don't forget, clones are life. Wait a minute. Are clones are life? No. Knives are life. If y'all need me for anything, my email's up there in the top right. Blade Alchemy for you. If y'all could hit that thumbs up on your way out, I would appreciate it. And occasionally, if y'all are just bored, hop on and throw a comment on one of my random live videos. I would truly appreciate that. Michael, Mitchell, Waylon, Fuchs, Keep It Scale Stupid, Mr. TC, Mr. John, appreciate the coffee and all the goodies. Drinking more of that coffee this morning. 1931 Leatherworks, appreciate you for the Nimble XL thing that I finally figured out. Mr. Bob, Knives Are Life, thank you for the code for KB Knives and for just being you. Mr. Ed that went to sleep, appreciate you, sir. Mr. William Hornbostel, appreciate your service to our country, good sir. Mr. Tube Surfer and Nick Martino, can't forget about y'all. Mr. Nick T, appreciate you too. Mr. Ron Crow, it's always good to see you in the mornings. And anyone else I might have forgotten, appreciate and love y'all too.